What's up, everybody? It's me, E-Man from E-Man's Movie Reviews, and today we're going to review 1917. All right, let's jump right into a quick intro. Two young soldiers during World War I are given an important secret mission to warn their fellow soldiers of a deadly attack. Okay, enough of that. Let's get right into the good.
The good.
Look, the absolute most compelling thing about this movie is going to come from the long, extended takes that kind of give the appearance of one long, continuous shot. The cinematography by Roger Deakins simply shines brightest here. While it may seem like a gimmick, it's certainly still fascinating to see how this movie was able to capture so many long sequences and takes and combine them into the appearance of one continuous shot. As the movie progresses, it was a treat to constantly wonder just how did they manage to shoot all of this with all of the actors performing without any mishaps. The way this movie was shot and filmed provided the feeling as though the audience was lockstep with the two main characters. The angles and different shots really helped enhance the viewing experience from beginning all the way to the very end. So the long continuous shot within this movie really helped to make the story so much more compelling. From the very beginning of the movie, it doesn't take very long for the sense of urgency to build up, and you really get a sense of how important the mission at hand can be. Furthermore, as we follow along with the main characters, we get a front row seat of some really intense action sequences that do nothing but keep you on the edge of your seat. It was so well done that you'll feel as though you were one of the soldiers on the battlefield. Plus, when the wartime battle scenes are all done, the emotional impact of some of the story elements really land hard. By dealing with the realities of war, the story really manages to feel complete in every way. Now, from the lead to even the supporting roles, the acting in this movie definitely deserves some credit. Both Dean Charles Chapman and George McKay delivered solid performances. What made their performances so effective was just how they were able to emit a full range of emotions throughout the whole story. When they were terrified or happy, you could definitely empathize with their state of being at that moment. One performance that hit me the most, although the role was very brief, came from Richard Maddenson's character, Lieutenant Blake. His one scene, I'll admit, hit me right in the feels, and you know what? It might cause a little bit of eyeball leakage for some of you too. Anyway, let's move on to the bad.
The bad.
If there was a minor issue that I had with this movie, and this is super nitpicking, I'd probably say that the dialogue and some of the writing just wasn't always as strong. I thought it worked fairly well between Chapman and McKay, but other times the dialogue in this movie just felt like a filler until the next big dramatic sequence was going to take place. It just didn't always feel as though it added very much to the story or the setting. For example, there's a scene in the movie where we meet another group of soldiers that are traveling on a different mission, and we hear them tell different stories and such. I don't think it really helped in giving the audience the full weight of the times of war or helped the main character's development or journey. Either way, it wasn't a deal breaker and probably not something that will really bother most people. And enough of that, let's get to the reason.
The reason.
1917 is a phenomenal technical display of a captivating wartime drama. It's simply visually enthralling, and the film is sure to keep you engaged all the way until the very end. I mean, there's absolutely no question that you have to see this movie on the big screen. As a matter of fact, I'd also wager that 1917 will be a fine contender for a number of awards, especially in the cinematography category. So when it comes to the rating for 1917, I've got to give it an 8 out of 10. Now, I'll be perfectly honest, I was not interested in watching this movie at all. Wartime movies are just not really my genre, it's not really my thing. But when I heard about how this whole movie was shot in one take, or at least it appeared to be, it grabbed my attention that way. And I will say, I did not regret it at all after watching the movie. I had a great time, and I personally think that you will too. This movie definitely exceeded all of my expectations. So if you are on the fence and you needed like a little positive nudge to go see it, consider this your positive nudge. So what did you all think about 1917? If you haven't seen it yet, when you do go see it, come on back to this video. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below so we can talk about it. I'd love to see if any of you were also on the fence and then maybe you liked it after seeing it. Maybe you didn't. Maybe some people were impressed by the one take thing. Maybe some weren't. That's totally fine. I'd love to see what you guys thought. Anyway, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch my video. I certainly appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.